All right, this is ridiculously impromptu because I had no plans to do this at all, and I had even less preparation done as well. My workbench, let me show you my workbench. Actually, you can't really, actually, no, we've got another view. Let's show you that view of my workbench. It's a bit messy. I'm in the middle of doing things and I don't even know what we're going to do tonight. So let's turn that one off and stick with this one. How is but this is basically just going to be me. I don't even know what I'm going to do yet for 1 hour. I've got an hour to kill. And I probably need to just tidy up the workbench first before I do anything, because I was in the middle of stuff, and yeah, that's the way it's going to be. So I basically wanted to chat to people, and I thought, what better way to do it when people can't chat back at me? Right, so who have we got? I see Retro for You, Neil is here. Hello, mate. The moment when we met in Blackpool, we're both pointing our DJI Osmo cameras at each other, was a classic. Let Us Repair Gear Anderson's here. Dimitri is here. Hello. John Orin's here. Hello, mate. Chat works in full screen mode. Yeah, I should, while I'm talking, I should do that, really, shouldn't I? I need to shave as well, so I should be tiny. No plan is a good plan. These are always the best ones. Well, I'm kind of setting this up to fail now, but the best ones I've ever done in the past were actually the pinball build, where I just like, right, let's just do some live streaming while I'm painting some Batman, or not Batman, some Silver Ball Surfer thing on the side of a pinball machine. It was just great fun. They're still there. Sounds like the best plan, yeah. Oh, what's the white interface? What white interface? Where? Oh, this thing. This is a Dandinator. I've had that for ages. It's a Dandinator AMIE or AMEI version. I can't remember which way around it goes. You get through them with a beer. I'm not allowed to drink beer. Retro Robbins is here. How are you? You need to get to the... No, I don't. Hello, thank you for that. Let Us Repair. That's in what's NOK? What currency is NOK? Befriending. I have some news on befriending, and I'm going to share this with just you guys. Now, I haven't actually shared this anywhere else, and it's quite exciting. But let me just get a picture up on my phone. If I can find it, that's going to be in that one. Yeah, that picture. We've got, oh, it's not, donkeys. The farm has finally got the donkeys. That's Henry and Zara. Norwegian Corona. Ah, you're from, I love Norway. I would love to go to Norway. I've always had a place in my heart for Norway. It's just beautiful. But thank you. That's very, oh, that's really kind of you. 15 quid is not to be sniffed at. I will put that to very, very good use. I don't know what yet. Right. So I've got. Let's go back to the workbench. You need. Yeah, the donkeys arrived yesterday. Thank you, Retro Robbins. The donkeys arrived yesterday. Thank you for their. That looks like a coffee or something. Don't drink it. Apollo, hello, England. English England with love. Yeah, it's all right. Wherever you live is not the most exotic place in the world, but if you don't live here, I suppose it's kind of exciting. So this isn't the one I was working on. This is a scrap board. this one because, well, it's not a scrap board. This is one of the ones with a problem ULA where the output doesn't look any good, and it's really difficult to get it to tune, not tune, but to display a good picture on Composite. But I like this one because the memory is all socketed and the ROM is socketed. I might just socket the CPU and use this as like a stunt specky, as my friend Break Into Program Dean would say. But yeah, everything important apart from the CPU and the lower RAM is socketed. So it makes it quite an easy one to use for testing purposes, which is what I've been using it for. Let's just put that one away for a bit. This is the one that's going to be in the next video I record, and this was in the, oh, you won't have seen that yet, to be released triage episode. This is the top of it, which is disgusting. It's really, really grubby and dirty. Look at that. Oh, yes. So this one tested, well, it doesn't display, what's it got? It's got like a psychedelic colours on screen, but it's got a white border, so I think the CPU is okay, although I've written question mark on the CPU. But I think that this one just needs recapping, so it might not even make it into a full video. We could recap it. No, let's not recap it now. I'm trying to think what we actually, I know what we can do. Let's leave that there. This one is quite interesting. Ooh, here's a treat for you. We'll composite mod this one. That's just a lovely, look at that board. How gorgeous is that? So it's a 4A. What am I seeing? I've got the wrong glasses on. These are my screen glasses, so I'll need to keep switching to these to read the chat. Let's read the chat before I take them off. Z81 and Dragon 32 was my childhood, says more. ZX81, I think you meant, yeah? Gat's here. Hello, Gat. And Tero's here. Hello, Tero. How are you doing? Love a Specky, one of the machines you can see the tracks without a microscope, yeah. And you can bridge them nice and easily as well. No water bubbles. I killed my yellow 4A yesterday with a wonky joystick interface. Oh, yeah, if it's in sideways. Right. So that one says 4A. And oh, it does say 4A here. It looks like a 4B on the back there. But it's just a funky A. But yeah, let's composite mod that. This is one of the things I need to do. This one has tested full diag pass, check RCA and clean that. So that RCA jack is grubby and needs cleaning. So we're going to need to check that. But let's get a composite mod done on this one. Nice and quick. I've got all the bits I need for it here. Well, some of the bits. I might need to change the transistors as well. These two, TR1 and TR2. Right, this is how I do this. Just get this connection off of the inside of the RCA jack. That resistor has like a silicon, it looks like silicon sleeve around it to stop it shorting out, but it's not, and it's really easily melted. So, and there's no really good place for that resistor to go once it's disconnected, but just out of the way there is fine. And now I need to remove these two wires here. This is the video in and this one's the 5 volt. I'm sure all of you know all of this and have seen this many times, but I have to say it just in case somebody is watching that hasn't seen this before and they're like, well, what the hell are you doing that for? So I just like to heat these up from one side and then pop them out like that. And then clear this hole. Real time composite modding, 100 microfarad cap, and the negative is going to be on the RCA jack, and the positive lead is going to be on the motherboard. That's the input side. That's basically how I shape the leads, like that, so that it sits nicely on this side of the board. I'll just get these old wires out the way here. Pop it in the board and tuck it, the negative lead, into here. Bend it up in the inside. I usually just use a pair of snips or anything to hand just to drag this through. Cut the excess off a bit more. Oh, I might have cut a little bit too much off of that. No, that's fine. Perfect, in fact. There we go. Solder that in place. I do have something else. Oh, do I dare get... No, I don't want to get that out on a live stream. Soldered the other side in place. There's an issue 1 in here as well. That's in a plus case. But that's going to be an episode in its own right. You'll have to wait for that one. Right, see if we can test it. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure capture's set up, but I just have to plug things in. No, not that one. Okay, so let me just make sure capture is be able to hear me now and see me. That's good. Let's make that a bit bigger. Just keep an eye on the power supply. Right, so yeah, look at this. When I wiggle this lead, I can't show you both of these at the same time, but when I'm wiggling this, the display is disappearing and going. It's a really bad connection. So let's just give that a clean and make it work properly. Come off. I hate these things. It is just there to stop you seeing the modulator through this hole. That's the only reason it exists, and all it does is stops the RCA jack going on, or whatever it goes on to here. That's all it does, is it stops that going fully in. It's a horrible thing. I hate it. Right, I've got a brass. This is nearly at the end of its life. It's like a pen thing, like a fiberglass type pen. And I usually have this wound into the pen and then put that on the jack and then kind of extend it into it, but I can't do that anymore because it won't go back in. So I'm just going to have to try and force it in and give it a little bit of lubrication. Oh, it's gone in. Yeah. No suggestive comments here, please. That should do for that. And now I'm going to use a little scrap of wet and dry paper, some more contact cleaner on it, and just give this a polish. Ew. That was really grubby. There we go. Shiny. And you'll be amazed, I'm not going to put that back on, you'll be amazed how much better this will work now. And let's switch over to capture. Ready? Here we go. Yeah, right, I'm wiggling. It's still doing it. Why is that still doing that? Why is that still doing that? I think the inside of this has bent. I've seen this before and they're really difficult to get back. So that is like a semicircle, like a curve like this. Ugh. It's difficult to make it with my finger, like a semicircle like this. And instead of being tight, it's splayed out towards the end from too many insertions. But if you try and bend these, they end up getting worse. So I'm just going to give it a little bit of a tweak. Let's try that again. There we go. Oh, if I really twist it, I can make it. I'm still not happy with it. Let's give it another blast inside. Is that still on? Yeah. I need to set. I've got a Stream Deck here, and I just haven't got all these buttons set up. I wonder what's wrong with that. Oh! Ha! Okay, I've found the problem. So, turn that off first. So as I'm wiggling it, the whole of that socket is moving. If you look inside here, that shouldn't be moving in there. It's actually soldered in and it's become cracked and isn't making a good contact with the can anymore. And it's bent as well. Look, I reckon this has had an impact. I don't know if we'll be able to save this, but we'll try, because we haven't really got anything to lose by getting this to, you know, chucking a load of solder on there. I'm just going to change my tip to this chunky boy, just to give me a little bit more thermal mass. And once I've had a crack at this, I will have a look at the chat. Oh, I've lost that little blanking thing now. Right, let's just prop this up. Oh, I'm going to need some thicker solder wire. My chunky Weller 1mm. Should only need to get a bit of this connected. It's all sitting on the back of the soldering iron. There we go, that's flowing now. Oh. Yeah, I'm not sure what else I can do with that. I'm hoping that's got it. Let's find out. Right, it's still moving. It might be the internal bit that's broken. No, I don't think it is. Yeah, maybe it is. I think the internal bit's cracked. All right, and this has had an impact. I might have to change this can. I've got plenty. We could do that actually. I've got plenty of these on scrap boards. So let's give that a quick go, see if that's fixed it. Capture. Right. Nope. No, it's a bad one. That can needs to be changed. That is a shame. So let's get that out of there. Find a scrap one. Right, let me just have a quick look at the chat. Find some glasses. Hello, Phil. All right. Oh no, it's gone up. Oh my God, there's so much chat. Lots of chat about Blackpool. Live spectrum poking. I enjoyed Blackpool. It was good fun. There are some things about it that it was really busy on the Saturday, but I did see Kim Justice put a really good video out, and Kim must have gone around on the Sunday and done filming then, because it looked a lot quieter, and I left before the Sunday, and I kind of regret that now, because probably would have had a better time on the Sunday. Big galah, don't wiggle it then. Just tune in. Is this the more fun not fixing channel? Yeah, this is the more fun just melting things channel. Thank you, Apollo. Cheers. Carl Edwards, hello. He pushed the button. Right. Maybe the inner tube is too loose. That was the problem I had once. It could be. Yeah, I think the inner tube. You're right, Apollo. You got it spot on. One by DVB-C set-top boxes has that problem too. Yeah. Someone trying to plug it in the dark, broke it years ago by the light of the CRT. Probably. Original Moss, hello. My first was a Commodore 16. The dark grey looked cooler than the 64. Pity only one kid at school had one to swap games with. Oh no. Hawaii. Hello, Manga. How are you doing? Lewis is here. Solder around the outside of the socket should fix it. Yeah, I tried it, didn't work. Are you going to the retro in Belfast 1st of November? Not me. It's another whole country from me. And over a sea, you have the same problem when it comes to hearing. Yeah, the background noise really does my hearing. I just can't hear anything once there's a lot of background noise. If there's a lot of people in a pub, I just stop hearing people, or I just keep saying what. Right, hello Matt, how you doing? Good afternoon, Chur Utzon. That's my run-up at pronouncing your name. About the idea of getting an Alicia ITX 1200 board and chipset donated for the top-tier ladder prize. What's an... Oh, and Alice that, like Hack Build Restore, Andy just made. Right, let me find a scrap board. This is a big box of Spectrums. There's all rubber key Spectrums in here. Find something. Oh, they all seem to be missing their modulators. What's this one? It's an old issue 2. Looking sorry for itself. It's not in bad condition, and I can always put a modulator back on it. I'll use the lid off the other one. Doesn't look much better, but it's exactly the same sticker on it and everything. Yeah. Still got the chonky tip on the soldering iron, so that should be okay. Right, I'm just gonna chop these wires this time. Oh, that one's already gone. Must have been composite modded. Okay, the best way to get these out, you could try to get the solder sucker on there or the Hacko on there, but they're big pins and it's difficult for the Hacko to get on top of that. Best way to get these out is just to walk them out, but it gets hot. So you have to go pretty quick. There you go, one side is loose. There you can see there's a little bit of an angle there. But this can will heat up pretty quick. Well, that one side is out altogether now. There we go. Done. Whew. Lots of 1980s flux on there. Right, let's get this one out of here. I've got to undo that composite mod now. Watch me burn my fingers. Yeah, so I did enjoy Blackpool, and the best thing about it is obviously being there with other people. So I was there with a friend who I used to do a podcast with years ago, Richard, and he kind of started me in all of this. I made a mess of that cap, but it's still, that's going to be fine. Oh yeah, the legs are bent over on this one. I'm going to have to try and lever that up. Without scratching the board. So yeah, I had a good time just hanging out with my mate, and I did get some really good quality time hanging out with Rose Tinted Spectrum Dave as well, who's another friend, and I'd never met him in person, so that was a treat. He's been avoiding me. I think he's threatened by me somehow. Now that one's good. Okay, I'm going to see if I can just bend this one out. Oh, that one's just come straight out. The good thing about this board is these ground holes aren't as connected to the ground plane. They've got like the little radial bits of traces going to the ground plane rather than being part of the ground plane. So that one is bad. I need to remove some of the solder from the legs on this one. Let's get some blue tack in the way so it doesn't wander around the workbench. I get told off for not cutting bits of this stuff. I can't remember what it's called. Solder wick off of the reel. This is going to wander around the bench anyway. But it's like, look, it works anyway. Oh, I need to hold this. Best thing about having a workshop is having tools to hand, so you really should use them. There we go. So we've had a bit of a week of it this week. Everybody's been ill. Thomas has been ill. Jack, his brother, has been ill. My wife is now ill. I feel like I'm starting to come down with it. So there's this horrible bug that's going around. We don't know what it is. We don't want to know what it is. And we're all just hoping that it's not going to be anything horrible. But keeping my spirits up and just, spending time in here just keeps me keeps me happy and occupied. So you got to have a hobby. Oh, that didn't melt. Go on, melt. There we go. I was going to suggest I do that with wick, but it doesn't need it. Get it nice and flat on the board. That's good. Oh, wrong solder. That one. Marvellous. Right. Redo the composite mod. Actually, this one's got different internals. So let's just get things cleaned up in here because that doesn't look very good in there. Actually looks like someone's soldered the did the same soldering job on the inside of this as I just did. So this could just be all for nothing. I should really have looked at that first. Anyway, I need to feed this through here. It's going to be a bit more tricky. I'm getting low on these 100 nanofarad low profile caps. Actually, I'm going to need to order some more. And if Paul is in the chat, we need to order some more caps soon for the cap kits for the ZX Spectrums cap kits. Right, I've put a little hook on there to keep it out of the way of the jack coming in, so that's sometimes a problem. That's not got it. One moment. Wrong glasses. Can't see what I'm doing. That's better. Why isn't that connecting to that? That's better. Got it. Yeah. Excuse me. Sorry. That's the bug starting. Right. What do you reckon my chances are? Let's have a look. Capture. Here we go. It's exactly the same. It's not the cable. See what people think of that. Bye, Taro, if you're still here. Lots of people talking about their past of micro machines. Are ads on? I've never been interrupted. Ads should not be on. Privacy. Monetization is on. Oh my God, why did that happen? Monetization is off now. Sorry everyone if you've got adverts. That's disgusting. I can see a big dip actually where like 30 people left. It must have been an advert happened. You won't get any ads. If you ever see them again on a live stream, there's absolutely 0 point in me putting live adverts on live streams because it's just, you know, only a couple of hundred people will watch this. What's the point of having an advert on it? It's going to be pennies. Alicia, I can't wait to build that board. Love my Denise. Oh right, okay. So it's different to the Denise. Mini ITX Amigas are great fun. Have I missed something about that? If there's something I need to know about this Alicia thing for the charity purposes, then please make sure you email me, lee@morefunmakingit.co.uk. Are we fixing it this week? Thanks, Derek. Didn't Adam Savage talk about having the right tools to hand? Yes. Adam Savage was a massive influence on how I set this workshop out, actually, because when I was doing this was all around like the pinball build, and all of the things that are up here were put here just to help me make things easier with a pinball machine build. So yeah, Adam Savage is definitely the GOAT of workshop. I think it's a similar problem with this one, maybe. Let's change glasses again and have a closer look. Making sure everything's okay. I think it's just a poor connection. This one looks scabby inside the barrel like the other one did, so I'm going to try the same trick with this one, but be a bit more aggressive with it. Get it properly polished. What I need is one of these attached to a drill. Oh, chat's got to wait. Did you put the old one back in? No, definitely not. I can see where I soldered the old one in a different way to this one is soldered. But that would be, that's a valid a valid point that and a possibility. All right, if that doesn't clean it, there's a big bit of brass in there. I'm going to have to get a new one of these now. Look at that. That's broke. Let's stick a cotton bud in there as well, just because that would have loosened up stuff. It's going to cut most of the end off of this cotton bud. Give it another clean. Yeah. It's not that. I must be missing something. It's making good contact. On the outside looks okay as well. Let's give that. Right. Try again. Oh, it was on the whole time. Ah, look at that. Rock solid. I am really going to town on this thing. Oh, that was me pulling it out. That wasn't. That was me switching it off because I thought I was doing that. Yeah. So I got to about that point and I stopped making contact here. That's when that fritzed out. Yay, we win. But yep, I left that on the whole time I was sticking brass wool in there. I suppose I better now test it, actually. Let's put this in before I put power in it. And have a look at chat while that's going on. I need to take better care of my glasses. Ads, YouTube has ads. Premium, yeah, I use premium. Hardwire a coax cable to it like those Pong consoles. Oh, I've Composite modded one Pong console, and the only way I could get it to work was actually wiring, no transistors or capacitors or anything, wiring the composite lead directly to the chip, the main chip. Look at that, that's perfect. That's a nice output as well. That's not bad. There's a little bit of dot crawl going on there, but it's not too bad for a 4A. And the speaker works, and I know that the keyboard works on this one as well. Wherever I've put it, here. Oh, I'm showing you a screen with just blue on it. Lovely. Nice new cable in this. Paul must have already changed this one. So should be able to actually plug this in instead. I've got new capture. Thank you to Chrissy Baps, the legend that he is. He sent me a StarTech USB, and it's just solved all my problems. The RetroTink thing was terrible. Gonna have to be Manic Miner. That was me deciding which key to press. Right, did you know that at the end of this green thing here, this green elevator thing, you can jump from the end of this onto the second platform? It's like a skill shot thing. Got to get the timing just right though, and you can't stop and try it out. No, that's not it. You can land on this platform. Yeah, right. I am quite good at that, but not today. There we go. Right, I can button this one up now and put it in the done pile. But this one, I'll screen output as well. This was transplanted. This yellow board was transplanted out of a more ropey case. I can't remember, it might have been in a plus case, into this much nicer case. So this will be for sale from Paul. Probably, I think he sells Spectrums on the Spectrum for Everyone Facebook group. But if you really are desperate to find out where, I'll then contact me on Discord, and I will let you know where to contact him, which Facebook group or whatever it is, if you're after something like this. But yeah, this will be sold on there. Oh, I've got the motherboard screw. It is pretty, isn't it, Crafty? Very pretty. It's one of the ones that I want. One day I'll have one of these. And I've had a few come through here, but they've never been mine. This is one of the ones that I sold in one of the charity auctions, and it did very well. All right. So, adverts, I watched them for you. 1p. Thanks, Neil. You're the best. Neil's are the best, aren't they? They're almost as good as Lee's. Matt has YouTube Premium when I'm me, free when I'm Factor of Matt. Oh, right. You've got your public-facing account, and you've got your private account, which you spend a bit more money on, so you don't have to watch adverts. Did you put the old... No, we've been over that. Plot twist. Have you tried the Specky direct to the TV once the grabber... Oh, I've lost that. Where's that gone? Once the grabber is playing up. It's working now. Right, I did miss a load of chat then. Original Moss, hello, and Anonymous Girl, miss my speckies, left my 48k and +2 at home when I left for uni. Go back and get them. It is just a little bit dark. That is something you can change TR1 and TR2 transistors to BC549s, and it will fix that. But a much easier way of fixing that is just to turn the brightness up on the TV. It does exactly the same thing. Here he is. Paul, Universal Retro Boss, is in the house. Ooh, late to the party, fixing my stuff. Wonderful. I've only got about 20 systems to shift already. I don't know if you can see. Oh, let's. Where's just me? Paul. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 +2s and 3s there. Oh, there's something new here. Oh. Look what I got. I bought this. I need to take the packing tape off of it, and it's missing a few keys. If anybody knows where I can get these 3 keys, please let me know, because I'd love to make this complete. But this is a working one, so it won't be a repair video or anything like that, but it might feature in future videos in some capacity. But yeah, it's my first 128. It's such a beast. Yeah, we just didn't. I don't know if you caught this, Paul, but I don't know if you caught this. This is the yellow board that I've just composite modded, and it had a dodgy modulator in it. This bit wasn't making very good contact at all, so I had to swap it out with a spare. And I've forgotten. Nobody told me. You let me put all those screws in, and you didn't tell me I'd forgotten to put the modulator can on. Wow. Thanks, guys. I feel like you've let me down there. Original Moss got shed envy. Right, let's put that one on. That's a slightly nicer looking one. Jesus. Come on, keep up. So is anybody going to Retrofest in November? I can't remember the date. Go and look it up. In Cambridge. Retro Festival. The Retro Festival, not Retrofest. That's a different thing. Retro Computer Festival, Cambridge. I think it's about 3 weeks away. And it's going to be gaming themed, so right in my wheelhouse this year. There we go, that one's done. What's the time? 10 minutes. Not really enough time to do anything, so ask me anything. Keys always missing. 2 up in the attic, 1 complete, 1 missing the same keys. You're missing the same keys? Neil, that's no good. Sell it to you. No, babes. Yeah, the 128 does take up a bit of real estate. It's almost, is it as big? It's kind of bigger. It looks bigger and flatter than an Amiga 500. We wanted you to notice it yourself. Yeah, it's a learning experience. Thank you, Floating Fat Man. We just wanted to see how long it took you to notice. Don't forget to put the modulator can in. Isn't the can purely art and non-functional art at this point? Yes. But it's got to sit somewhere, isn't it? It's got to go somewhere. Who needs that can lid anyways? Sorry, I've been cooking. Won't do it again. Derek, I kind of want a +2, but with a tape deck. Would like to put a board with an LCD screen there instead of to display video and to load up tap images. Go and look up Jam Hamster on Blue Sky and see what he's done with his tapes and LCD screens. The man is an artist. Must do better next time. Yeah. We want to see if you noticed if you put the top on. You passed the test. Well done. No, but going to EGX next week at Excel London. Loads of pinball and arcades. Yeah, but EGX sucks. Oh, it's rubbish. You know it is. It was all right in Birmingham in 2018 was the last time I went in Birmingham. Brilliant event. So good. Hopefully it doesn't clash with Crash Live. I've just been at Retro Computer Festival at Heinz Nixdorf Museum the past weekend. Ah, nice one. Goodbye, Dimitri. Nice to see you. Take care. Svien says, I've been scratching my head regarding the DC-DC conversions. The diagrams for 4A show the new version, but the motherboards I have don't have it. Only the 4S's do. Is this just a glitch? No, I think there is still work to be done on every revision up till the 4S. The 4S is the final DC-DC modification. That's the one that you want to aim for. There are still, I've never bothered to do the changes between the 4S, a 4A or B and a 4S. Never bothered. The chances of that being a problem, I think they're very small modifications, but 3s really could do with it. Although I don't often do those ones either. But that's mostly because it's quite a big job to do a DC-DC mod on an issue 3 and 3B. Right. Goodbye, Gat. Take care. And you're welcome. I'm off to Tesco's. Wife wants me gone. Can you pick me up some Pano Chocolat, please? I'm addicted to them at the moment. There's also Swag Workbench 2025 on the 25th of October. Where is Swag Workbench, Derek? I don't know where that is. There's 93 people in here. Oh, there were 93 people in here. Some of them just left. Oh no, that was earlier people left. Hopefully there's no adverts now. Right. Sneak preview of what I'm working on at the moment. Here is a Sid Kick Pico. One of the original ones that I made that video on ages ago. There's a Sid Kick Pico. Here is a Sid Kick Pico. Come on, focus. With the DAC built in. This is new to me. And we have the full-on Sid Kick, or I don't know if he's called it something else. I need to put different glasses on. Sorry, one sec. 2040 DAC Pico. So this one has everything built in. That's got the actual Pico built in. So rather than having a Pi stuffed into a socket on the back, and look how much smaller it is. Look at that footprint. That is amazing. They've gone from this one, that's the first one, to this. But the price of these is about, I don't know, you can build these for less than £10, including all the pin headers, plus a Pico, of course. But these, if you buy them, you can only buy them from PCBWay and get them assembled by PCBWay. This isn't sponsored, but they are my sponsors. Then it costs about 20 something pounds. Plus you still need to make a programmer board as well, so that you can put pogo pins or another way of connecting these two boards together to add a USB to it temporarily, so that you can program the 2040. But that's a video coming on More Fun Making It soon. So that's in production. It's been in production a while, so hopefully I'll get it done. Right, where are we? Southwest Amiga Group, Doddington, Bristol. Oh, that's a long way away. I've got two more events planned this year for me. And yeah, smash that like button on the way out. Two more events planned for me this year. One is the Retro Festival in Cambridge, and the other one is I'll be going to do another cave trip to the Retro Collective cave later in the year. I'll either be doing November's or December's, but other than that, I'll probably calm down until May time, April, May time next year, when we'll start everything again. Won't be travelling very much over winter. Oh, let's do that, because you need to see my beardy face. Right, so you've got 5 minutes and ask me anything. I'll be able to help you with a C128 keyboard. Sven says he's got keys. Sent me a DM. As soon as I get free, Sven, I'll be looking at Blue Sky. How are you, Sven? Thank you for these. The heads up on these, by the way. They are brilliant. They are absolutely brilliant. I've never got PCBs so clean and so easily. They're really, really good. A lot of people complain about them, though. They really don't like them. I mean, I think it's the microplastics thing, and they're not very good for the environment. But, God, they're really good at getting flux off the boards. Sorry, John says he's also sorry for not reminding me about the can lid. I was answering the call of nature. Yep, RP2040s are already very powerful for their cost. Vince says he loves watching my channel. Which one? Thank you, Vince. I wish I could make it to any of the retro events in the UK. I'm too far away from most of them. Where do you live? I live in basically a retro wasteland, and even here is, well, yeah, you do have to travel a lot. But yeah, I live in Suffolk, and there's nothing here. It's ridiculous. Commodore Day is good at the Northwest Computing Museum. Okay. That's still a long, that's like a 5-hour journey for me, the Northwest. I'll go back there one day, but it's going to have to be a spectacular event to get me back to travel that far. The next one that I haven't been to, there's two that I haven't been to that I want to go to. Leicester and Swindon computer museums are, I hope to go to those. Oh, there is one other thing. There's an event in Cambridge again at the beginning of December I'll be going to, but I'm not going to advertise that yet because I don't think they have announced it. Have you got a bomb for that RAM tester? Oh yes, for the Pico DRAM tester. This one. Yeah, John, I'll send you a link. I don't know about a bomb. Not sure what we did about that because we did a group buy, I think. And I don't know if it was me that organised it. I can't remember that far back. I've bought some nano sponges, so I'll give them a go soon. Yeah, they're really good, Derek. Really like them. Thank you, Samuel. No worries. I'm in Canada, so I think I'll not make it to any events. Oh, talk to Matt. He's going. There's an event soon that Matt's going to. Matt Desmond. 1 hour for me, so I'm there. Yeah, if it's your local, it's like Cambridge is my 1 hour away local retro computer museum. Well, yeah, vintage computer museum. And we had we've been trying to put together a computer club there so that people off of the Retro Hardware Discord meet up reasonably regular. And I advertised the first one, and we got Will, who works at the museum, to organise it. And I told her, yeah, everybody needs to go to this computer club at the Museum of Computing. Is it? I can never remember what they call it. The Cambridge Computing Museum. And told everybody, and then found out that I couldn't make it on the day that it was organised. So, but I did manage to go to the last one. But there were only a few of us there, which was nice because we got some good chatting in. But it would have been nice to see a few more people attend. But that'll be happening again in January, I think. Talking of Canada, saw the travelling Spectrum, Lee. Yes, the Spectrum is now in Australia. It's in the hands of Chris 005 Agema. I'd go, but I'm in Jersey. Jersey is a lovely place. I live 20 minutes from RMC. John, you're so lucky. I would be there every weekend. I would be part of the... I would have wormed my way into Neil's affections if I lived close enough. I already have. He loves me. Cambridge is slightly less local, but still the most local, says Ian. Oh, you must be up Norfolk way, I would say. I got the Flipper und Arcade Museum. Oh, Flipper und Arcade Museum in Seleganstad, a 45-minute drive. Where's that? Is that Sweden or somewhere? Sinile Deluxe? Yup, I guessed right. I worked out. Ian is from Norfolk way. Yeah, it is a bit of a wasteland up there as well, and you've recently had places closed down. Germany, sorry. Another lovely place. You have a really good retro scene in Germany, and especially Amiga based. I am quite jealous of that. But lots of people from Germany say hello in YouTube comments on my videos. It's really nice. But it is now 9 o'clock. And it's time for me to say goodbye. It's my boys' bedtime. Everybody, make sure as you leave, hit the like button. I don't think it really makes a difference. But thank you for taking part. I did say the Ask Me Anything thing, and nobody asked me anything. So anyway, right. Bye everybody. Thank you for keeping me company. That was a nice way to spend an hour. If this is one reason why you might want to make sure that you are subscribed and have notifications turned on, because I very rarely plan ahead on live streams, and it's going to be impromptu stuff like this where I just turn the cameras on and we do something together. It's going to be more likely that I do that than actually organise something. If I organise something, there's always a good chance that it won't come off, or I'll get stressed about it not happening and letting people down. So I'll go for it, Original Moss. So a really good thing to do would be to turn on two good things to do. One would be to turn on notifications, which is going to give you a notification if I go live. The other thing is, go for it, Moss. I can always answer it in text after this is finished. Another good thing would be to join the Retro Hardware Discord, which is linked in the descriptions of all of the other videos apart from this one. I don't think it's in this one. It might be. And it's where I will actually say I'm going live. In there, I will actually give people a little bit of notice and say I intend to go live. So that's a good place to be. Right, night John, night Ian, night Mike. Original Moss is still typing away. That's what she said. It says Russ, loving it, Lee. More fun together fixing it. Yeah. See you all next time, everyone. Right, last question. Last question from Original Moss. Lol, I got an A600 recently, and I need to know what's the best way to care for it. I know all about the battery. Should I change all the caps? Yes. Well, I say all the caps, not the through-hole caps. You will definitely need to change the surface-mounted caps. I've done a couple of videos on changing caps on surface-mounted, of the surface-mounted caps in A600s and A1200s. Same process. Have a look at those and anybody else that's done videos on them, because there's a lot that you need to know before doing it. There's a lot of pitfalls, and there's a lot of different methods of actually taking those caps out, which a lot of people will argue about, but use my method because it's the best. Yeah, maybe don't start if that's your first recapping thing. Don't do an Amiga 600. Get some scrap boards, take the caps off, put them back on, learn how to do it first, and then you'll get better at it as you go. But maybe not an Amiga 600, because you'll end up melting things. Planning live streams can be mentally challenging, as you feel obliged to turn up, and yeah, at a given time, just hitting the stream button when you feel up to it is much easier. Yes. Have I ever thought of a zoom? I've got a zoom on this camera. I don't know what a zoom. Anyway, I've got to go. my watch is going nuts, which means I'm late. Goodbye.